Hello and welcome to day 2 of bookmas. How we December is crazy, and the fact that we're on day 2 of bookmas, and if you haven't watched my bookmas for the last 2 years, you will know the first 2 days of bookmas are always my November wrap up and my December TBR. So if you haven't guessed, this is my December TBR. Before we get into it, if you're new here and this is the first video you are clicking on, then welcome. I'm Amelia and I upload all kinds of book content. If this is not your first video of mine, then welcome back. I have chosen to do a mood reading TBR, like a TBR of books that I kind of want to get to, but also TBR books that are not on my 2026 TBR, because, excuse me, I have already done my 2026 TBR, and I don't want to pick up any books on that TBR until next year. So I've had to think about it, and I thought if I pull prompts, the likelihood of me getting books on my 2026 TBR is going to be very, very high. I also have 2 books I'm definitely going to be reading in the month of December, and I don't even know if I'm going to get to any of the others because one of the books is a hefty book, but you will see at the end of this TBR which book that is. So I'm hoping this video is going to be short and sweet, because a lot of the other videos you got coming up in bookmas are going to be quite long, so I'm warning you that now. So I thought, why not do the first 2 videos as short? But to be fair, if you saw my wrap up, you would have seen it's not been the greatest reading month for me compared to the previous months, but it is what it is. And this TBR is, there's only 5 books on this TBR, and again, you'll see when we get to it. So I'm going to try not to keep this too long, but I have a feeling it's going to be quite short, which is very rare for me to have a short video because I like to ramble, and as I like the chance I will ramble, but we'll see. So first of all, we have The Nanny, if I can pick this up. The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. I don't know, I've heard people talk about it, I just don't know much about this book. From what I'm guessing is, she ends up becoming a nanny for someone's kid, and that is how the romance starts. I know that Lana Ferguson has done a couple of supernatural books, she's done The Fake Mate, and she's got another one that's out this year, I think it is, I can't remember the name of it, The Mating Bond or something like that. I don't remember much of it, but I know, I feel like I know what I'm talking about. But I know that they're both supernatural, and this isn't. So, but I feel like that I still haven't dived into that world yet. Maybe I will soon, because I want to try and read Bride by Ali Hazelwood potentially, but we'll see. But I would love to get to this. I've had this on my TBR since 2024, the ending. I feel like near the end of 2024, I picked this book up, and I want to actually get this done. So, and off my TBR. So we'll see if I get to it this month. I don't know if I will, but we will see. But we're following a girl called Cassie who has 2 options. Either get, because she's become suddenly unemployed, so her 2 options are to get a new job and fast, or fire up her long untouched OnlyFans account. And then you've got this guy called Aidan Reed, who's an executive chef, and apparently DILF extraordinaire. So I'm intrigued to see what happens in this book. From what I've heard, it's been good things, but I guess we'll see when I actually eventually pick this book up. Then we have a book that I technically started because I started the audiobook for, and it is the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. I actually don't know where I am in the audiobook. I think I'm liking this a little bit better than the first book, but I do not like Pumpkin Spice Cafe, so reading this book is a bit difficult. Picking this book up is a bit difficult for me, because I was like, wow, I didn't like Pumpkin Spice Cafe, so why do I want to continue? But as I have this on my TBR, I feel like I need to actually read it and try and see if I can like this one more. So potentially we can get this one done as an audiobook this month. I'm hoping I can anyway, but we will see. And then, see, I told you this is going to be a really fast video, because I feel like I haven't told you anything about this book, but I told you about that one. This book is following Hazel, who is getting secret messages in her shop, and she's trying to figure out why. And then she's also following a guy called Noah, and from what I've got so far from listening to it, they're kind of helping each other out, or he's helping her out. They're looking for the treasure hunt, but also she's from what I'm getting from it, she's not had a relationship for a while, and she just wants someone to teach her things, I guess. I don't know. I'm thinking kind of like power play stuff like that. So I'm intrigued. It's obviously is in the same place, set in the same place as Pumpkin Spice Cafe. So this is following the Dream Harbour. And you do hear stuff about our female main character from the first book that I cannot remember her name at all for the life of me, and the male main character from the first book, which again I cannot remember the name for the life of me. But yeah, I see, the thing is, these covers are gorgeous, and I love the look of these covers, and I would love to read her Christmas book, but I just don't think this series is for me. So I don't know. We then have a book that I've not heard anyone speak about but looked interesting to me in the works, and that is Liv is a Loser by Lauren Ford. It just seemed really interesting to me because this is the back, all the back says at the back goes, Liv is sitting on the side of the road with all her earthly belongings packed in plastic bags, in possession of a bearded dragon who hates her, 7 years into a degree that she should have taken 4, working the same job she's had since high school, a commitment phobe, then a loser. So I'm intrigued to see what is going to happen. With the help of Henry, her oldest friend, Liv makes a loser list, 10 tasks she must complete to change her life. And I just think it's going to be really fun and a funny book to read, and I just really would love to actually try and get this book done. But again, with the next 2 books that are coming up, which I am going to be reading after I finish filming the video I'm filming, I don't know how I will, and you're going to see why in a moment, because these 2 books are quite long. One of them is a bit chunky for a romance, and the other one is a very chunky book, and you'll see in a moment what I'm talking about if you haven't guessed. But I would like to get this, and it sounds really fun, and it sounds funny, and it sounds light-hearted, and I feel like that's what I need. So potentially something I could pick up at some point. We then have, now this was really weird to be saying I'm going to read this in December because we are in the winter month, but I have If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia, am I okay? Julie Olivia, everyone has been talking about this book and raving about this book, and I just feel like because everyone has been talking about it and raving about it, I want to talk about it and rave about it. So I would like to read this book so bad. Well, I am going to read this book. I am intrigued, but it is quite a chunky book for a romance. What is so deep that it has to be that long? And so I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen. I'm just having a look. The thing is, I've never heard of this author before, but she has quite a few books, so I'm surprised. It has a playlist, we love that. Okay, I'm intrigued. It basically says on the back, my next door neighbour Cliff seems to have everything figured out. Small town golden boy check, single dad extraordinaire check, hot baker forearms. I didn't notice them, I swear. I, on the other hand, don't have anything figured out. Trust me, I don't think taking over my mum's dream bed and breakfast in Copper Run, I think it's Copper Run, Vermont was going to be easy, but apparently my scones belong in the garbage with my small talk skills. I'm intrigued to see what this is about. It is they're basically neighbours, so I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen. I am excited, so it is a book I'm going to be picking up very soon, and I will be reading it. This and the next book are the 2 I'm definitely reading this month, or hoping to definitely read this month, because the video is going to go out for my birthday, so fingers crossed. But I'm intrigued and I'm excited, and it is one of my most anticipated reads since everyone and their mum not everyone and their mum, but everyone I know has been speaking about it, so I need to read it too. And I just love this cover, and I will read autumn books in any time of the year. It could be summer and I'll read an autumn book. It could be spring, I'll read an autumn book. It could be winter, obviously, and I'll read an autumn book because I just love it. And look how cute that is. So aesthetically pleasing. And then finally the other book I will be reading, and I'm a little bit scared to pick this one up and show you, but I need to read it now, otherwise I'm never going to read it. And it is Alchemized by Sen Lin Yu. Look, when I tell you how chunky this book is, and I'm not a fast reader, so obviously this book's going to take me a while, hence why I said the other 3 books might not get read, because this is going to take me time. I was thinking of annotating it, but I think I'm just going to read it, and if I want to annotate it, I will make notes on my phone and go back to it after I finish, because I think if I try and annotate, we'll be here forever. But I am excited to pick this one up. I'm hoping to try and get this done pretty soon into Christmas. I was planning to read over Christmas week. We will see what happens. But I am excited, but it is a chunky ass read. So yeah, I don't even want to go to know what's going to happen, but I have heard, from what I've heard, this book, it was a fan fiction called Manacled. It was a Harry Potter one with Draco and Hermione, and it's kind of after the Hogwarts War that we had, and yeah, obviously then the writer of the Wattpad book couldn't make money off a very, very popular fan fiction that I had no clue existed, I won't lie, but a very, very, very popular fan fiction that everyone has been talking about. But she couldn't make money off it because obviously she doesn't own the rights to Hermione and Draco, so she created her own version of it, but so a completely different story, different characters, but in the same kind of vibe as Manacled, apparently. So I'm kind of glad I haven't read Manacled because I feel like I would just compare it. But I'm so interested to see why everyone loves it as much as they do. So yeah, I am going to read this chunky 1,000 page book. I don't think I've ever read a 1,000 page book, so this will be an accomplishment. But I am excited at the same point. But yeah, it will be in a reading vlog soon, and hopefully, I don't even know if I'm going to get a wrap up of it in, but it will be in a reading vlog coming early next year, hopefully, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, but I did say this was going to be a short video because that is my TBR, and I think you can now guess why, because that book is a little bit long. I don't know. I am also going to apologise if you've watched this whole video and gone, why is the lighting whack? I'm filming this at 5 o'clock at night, and apparently the weather likes to go dark very quickly. And I've had my light on, my little like fake light thing on, not fake light, but like portable light, but then I have my actual light on, and look, I'm going to turn the light off on my phone because I have one of those things. And I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like I look a bit like a ghost if I look at my phone, because that's like giving light. Like, I feel like I look like a ghost. So no. Oh, hello, why's the focus gone? So we're dealing with this, so apologies if the lighting has been bad, but that is the end of my November TBR. If you did enjoy it, then please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and I will see you again in 2 more days for another Bookmas vlog video thing. Bye!